my lovelies, how are you doing? Welcome back to Doing Life with Chris. This is Chris if you have never seen me before. So today we are baking, and before we go there, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that we notify you every time we upload a new video. And please engage us in the comment section so that we know what you're doing right. So guys, today we are leveling up our breakfast on the side of baking, and I am going to give you an awesome banana bread recipe. Behind me, my oven is running at 180 degrees centigrade. I hope that's the word. And I have measured out my ingredients, which I am going to run over very quickly with you because this is a super duper easy banana bread recipe. Here, I have flattened, and then I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I have 2 eggs that I'm going to beat. I have a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. I have a 1/2 cup of oil, vegetable oil. I am using canola oil because that's what I had on hand, but use any kind of oil that you have as long as it's not flavored. Then here I have about 2 1/3 cups of mashed overripe bananas. And then, of course, I have my prepared bread pan. I have oiled and brushed it with a little bit of flour. If you've not been here, my good name, did I say, is Christabel. And this is my YouTube channel, Doing Life with Chris. All right, so we mix up our flour and set aside. We beat our eggs. And this is what we get when we beat our eggs. We are going to put our eggs in our mashed bananas. And if you have bananas but they are not overripe, you can just shove them in the oven for about 10 minutes. They are going to come out nice and overripe. Then we put our brown sugar. This is just 1/3 cup, like I said, because bananas or overripe bananas are pretty sweet, and I am not a big fan. Why can't I speak today? I'm not a big fan of sugar, so I tend to go the lowest level of sugar I can possibly go, and therefore my advice is that you keep it at 1/3 cup of sugar. That's as low as you can get. And then here I have my vanilla essence, which I am going to use this kifuniko to measure because I am African like that. And ladies and gentlemen, we are done. This is what you get, and then we are going to slowly pour our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients, make a batter. And as I do that, let me tell you this. One, we are using baking soda, not baking powder. Of course, I know you know the difference, but in case you don't, I hope that today you've learned there's a difference between baking soda and baking powder. Baking soda is a bit bitter to the taste, and therefore what I can advise you to do is to always pass your baking soda through a sieve, just like I am commanding you to pass your all-purpose flour through a sieve so that you get rid of the impurities, all right? Have you ever taken a big bite from a cake or a bread and you're like, geez, what is that bitter aftertaste? It's baking soda. Work the batter until all the flour is incorporated into the bread. You can add some dried raisins into this recipe, but I feel like bananas, the bread is already too sweet as it is. I do not want to particularly add any more sweetener into this. But if you are a sweet tooth or you like to experiment and experience things on your own, you can go ahead and add dried raisins. Don't overmix your butter, you guys. It's going to result into a very dense cake or very dense bread. Our bread batter is done. And this goes into the oven at 180 degrees, bottom and top heat for about 40 minutes. I will see you once we're out of the oven so that we can see our results. The results of our labor.